Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. And we got the Houston Astros traveling to San Francisco for game 2 of this series. And leading off for the Astros playing center field is Cedeno. Batting second, playing second, Biggio. Batting third, playing first is Bagwell. Batting fourth, playing right field is Hidalgo. Batting fifth, playing shortstop is Cora. Batting sixth, playing left field is Lee. Batting seventh, playing third base is Bergman. Batting eighth and doing the catching is Gaddis. And on the mound, batting ninth is Hampton. And for the hometown, San Francisco Giants leading off catching is Posey. Batting second, playing second is Thompson. Batting third, playing left field is Bonds. Batting fourth, playing center field is Mays. Batting fifth, playing first base is Cepeda. Batting sixth, playing shortstop is Aguilera. Batting seventh is playing third base is Williams. Batting eighth, playing right field is Pence. And on the mound, batting ninth is Bryant. Let's get down here to the stadium and get this game started. And you see that team comparison: Houston 3-5, 60 strikeouts, 44 walks, 24 doubles, and 2 triples. The Giants are 5-2, 69 strikeouts, 30 walks, 21 doubles, and 1 triple. And to lead it off for Houston, Cedeno batting 167 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And Ron Bryant's second appearance, he's 0-1 with a 3.6 ERA. And here's the pitch to CC. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. That's off the wall. And right away, the Houston Astros get a runner in scoring position as Ken Castro joins us here. So CC's aboard here with a leadoff double. And now you got Biggio up. And Biggio's batting 211. He's got no homers and no RBIs. He's got a runner in scoring position now. And David joins us here. See if Biggio can drive in CC and get Houston on the board here. That's going to be a base on balls, and Bryant, first 2 batters he faces, gets on. And that brings up Bagwell now, first and second and nobody out. And Jeff batting 483 with 4 homers and 13 RBIs. If you're a Houston fan, this is who you want up here. And that's going to be a pop up back behind home plate. Posey takes the mask off, makes the catch, out number 1. And Hidalgo comes up. And Richards batting 250 with no homers and 3 RBI. And he delivered here. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And that's going to be the old 1-6-3 double play. And they get out of the mess with nobody scoring, folks. First and second, nobody out. And Houston strands 1. We go to the bottom of the first. Houston nothing. You got Posey, Thompson, and Bonds due up. Buster Posey's batting 400 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Mike Hampton, his second appearance of the year. He's 0-1 with a lofty 27 ERA. And Posey got the plate here. And that's going to be a base hit the other way in the right field. So the Giants get the leadoff batter aboard also. Can they cash in unlike the Houston Astros? And Robbie Thompson's up batting 273. He's got a homer and 1 RBI. And that ball is high. See where this ball ends up at, folks. That ball is off the wall and the right field. And Posey, with his speed, is going to stop at third. Just missed a homer, Robbie did. Hampton just got it out of the sweet spot. So now you got second and third. And Barry Bonds is up. And I can tell you right now, they're not pitching to Barry. They'll load the bases up here for Mays. So Barry's going to get an intentional walk. He's batting 360 with 7 homers and 10 RBIs, and he gets the intentional walk here. Now you got bases loaded. Nobody out. Houston's going to play back for the double play. And Mays is batting .214 with a homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. See if they can turn 2 here. And they sure can. That's going to be the 0-4-6-3 double play. A run will score. Mays won't get an RBI, but now there's 2 outs. Trying to limit the damage here, and the walking Bonds pays off for now. Now you got a runner on third and 2 outs in a 1-0 ball game. And now you got Cepeda up, and Cepeda is batting .111 with no homers and 1 RBI. And that ball's well hit, so they're not getting out of this inning with just 1 run scoring. And that ball is driven into left field, and that'll be an RBI double. And the Giants take a 2-0 lead here. And now you got a runner on second, and Rick's up, batting .222 with no homers and no RBIs. And that ball is high. How far is that one going to go? Mike Hampton struggling here in this inning. That ball is off the wall. And that's going to be a double in the left center field. And Rick Aguilera gets an RBI. And just like that, now it's 3-0. And Hampton gets the pitcher's best friend and gets the 2 outs. And now he can't get that elusive third out. And Matt Williams, batting .375 with a homer and 2 RBIs, is at the plate. And that's finally going to get him out of this inning. That's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Matt out, but not until the Giants score 3. We go to the top of the second. It's 3-0 Giants. Give me a second here, folks. I got a message here. Alrighty, now top of the third here. You got Cora, Lee, and Bergman due up. And Cora's batting .250 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that ball is well hit. Kiss it goodbye. That ball is out of here just like that. It's a 3-1 game, and the wind must be blowing out again here at Candlestick. It sure was in game 1. It's flying out of here in game 2. Now you got the second Carlos up. You had Carlos Cora, and now Carlos Lee, and he's batting .062, no homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the mat. He fires over to Cepeda at first for out number 1 as Aaron Reed joins us here, folks. Check out Aaron's channel, folks. And now you got Alex Bergman batting .083 with a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Robbie at second. That's 2 outs here now after the leadoff homer. And Gatz comes up, batting .167 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Bryant strikes him out. But Houston gets on board here with the Carlos Correa homer. And it's a 3-1 ball game. We got Pence, Bryant, and then back to Posey. And Hunter's batting .444 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Hampton strikes him out. And that'll be out number 1. And now you got Mr. Ron Bryant up. And he's 0 for 2, looking for his first base hit of the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short, over to first. Quickly, 2 outs here. We're back to the top of the order. And Posey started this game off with a single, came around the score. Here's the pitch to Posey, and that's going to be a See here against the lefty. That'll be a base hit, an infield hit for Posey. He's aboard here again. He's 2 for 2. And Robbie Thompson's up now. And Robbie, he hit a double his first time up and came around the score. He's 1 for 1. And that's going to be against a 13 and a 10. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And Posey, even with his speed, should make it down to third with no throw with 2 outs. 63. Yeah, well, 33, there will be a throw. So there will be a throw. A 63 or lower, he's safe. And they throw him out. CC throws out Posey, trying to get the third. Nice job by CC. And he throws him out, folks. And that'll end the inning as the Giants strand one. We go to the top of the third in a 3-1 ball game. And now you got Hampton due up, and then back to the top of the order in CC and Biggio. You see Houston's upcoming schedule. They got one more game here in San Fran. Then they head up the coast to LA down the coast to LA to take on the Dodgers in a 4-game series. Hampton's looking for his first base hit. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And that's going to be an E3. And Hampton's aboard here. Hampton, a damn good athlete. It's got some speed out there, folks. So a double might score him. CC doubled his first time up. And we drop the dice here. Make this an official game. And let's see here. That is going to be against the right lefty. That'll be a 17. 17. That's going to be popped up down the short. And that'll be out number 1. 1 down now. And Hampton still at first. Biggio's up. He walked his first time up. Here's the pitch to Craig. And that's going to be 15. And that's going to be fly ball out the left field. And Barry makes the catch. And that'll be out number 2. And it's up to Jeff Bagwell. Bags batting 0 for 1. He popped up to Posey his first time up. And that's going to be well hit. And with Hampton's speed, he could score here on a double easily with 2 outs. And that's going to be a double in the right field. Like I say, Pence has got a damn good arm out there, though. We'll see here. They're going to send him. That's for sure. With 2 outs. 32, which is a 62 or lower. Hampton scored. And he's in there. So an RBI double by Bagwell cuts the lead to 1. And it is a 3-2 ball game. And now Jeff's down at second. And Hidego's up. And can he deliver here and tie this game up? Runner down at second, 2 outs. He grounded into the old 1-6-3 double play his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. He's going to fire over to first, Matt is, and that'll end the inning. But Houston scores another run. That's the lead to 1. It's 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the third. Bonds, Mays, and Cepeda, the big boys, due up. Barry was intentionally walked his first time up. It might not be a bad idea to do it here, but they're going to pitch to him. And it pays off. That's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. And he gets up, fires down the first, and Bonds is out. 1 up and 1 down. And Willie Mays is up now. He's 0 for 1. He grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. A run did score on the double play, though. And that's going to be against the lefty. 19 and a 10. Yep. And that's going to be a single in the center field. Willie gets aboard here with one out. So Mays down at first. And Orlando up. And an E. And DePeta doubled and drove in a run his first time up. He's 1 for 1. And he's going to do that again, maybe. He squares this one up against Hampton. And that's going to be a double in the right field. And Hidalgo's got a cannon out there. Let's see here. With Mays' speed, are they going to take a chance here? That'll be a 42. Well, that's going to be in the left field. That'll only be a 35. Bats right. Yep. Bats right. So that's going to be in the left field. So I doubt if he's going to chance it here. 35. Nope. He's going to stay put. He's not going to chance it. So that's going to be a double in the left. Going to have runners on second and third. Second and third, one out. And do they bring the infield in for Rick? I think they will. Rick had a double and drove in a run his first time up. They're going to bring the infield in, folks. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 45 and an 8. And that's going to be fielding column 2. And that's going to be with the infield in. Safe on an error. Runners advance one base on the E6. And now all of a sudden, it's now a 2-run ball game. Runners on the corners for Matt Williams. That should have been an easy play. Should have been able to hold the runner and throw over to first, but instead the run scores as one of the Carloses screwed a pooch. And now it's first and third, and Matt Williams is 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. 35 and a 5 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's going to be the, let's see here. That's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Matt for the second time. Matt goes down swinging. And that brings up Pence now. 2 outs. Runner still on the corners. And Hunter struck out his first time up. And he does it again. Back-to-back strikeouts by Hampton gets him out of the inning with only 1 run scoring. But that doubles the lead from 1 run to 2. It's a 4-2 ball game, folks. So we got the Carlos boys up. Correa and Lee, and then Bergman. So the first Carlos homered his first time up. He's 1 for 1. And he's going to nail this one again. Let's see where this ends up at in San Francisco. And that's going to be off the wall. Just misses a second homer of the game. A double to right field. And the other Carlos is up, and Lee comes to the plate. The runner in scoring position. He grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a base on ball. So both of the Carlos boys gets aboard here with nobody out. And can Alex deliver here? And Alex with runners in first and second, 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a big strikeout, a swing and a miss. Ron strikes him out. That's his 72nd strikeout of the game when it's a big one. And now you got the catcher up here. And Gatz is 0 for 1. He struck out. They're looking for a ground ball double play now and get out of this mess. And that ain't happening because that ball is high. That ball is far. Let's see how far this one. Kiss it goodbye. A 3-run homer gives the Astros a 5-4 lead here, folks. Ball is flying out of the park. Curry turns around and watches that one. Hampton up. He reached on an error and came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the mat. And he'll fire over to first, and that'll end the inning. But the 3-run shot by Gatz gives the Astros a 5-4 lead. we go to the bottom of the fourth. And you got the top of the order due up here. Oh, that was only 2 outs. Sorry about that. Only 2 outs. And CC's up. He's 1 for 2 with a double. And that's going to be a rare play. 56 and a 40. And that's going to be a ball 1. So the 1-0 pitch coming to CC now. See if he can deliver here with the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Runs up with it, fires over to Cepeda. And that'll end the inning this time for real. And now we go to the bottom of the fourth. And you got Bryant due up and then the top of the order. And Ron's 0 for 1 today, grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short, over to first, 1 down. Back to the top of the order we go. And Buster Posey's 2 for 2 today, folks. Singled, came around the score once. And that's going to be a base on balls. Posey's aboard for the 3rd time today. And Robbie Thompson's up. And Robbie's a perfect 2 for 2. He doubled, came around the score, and he has singled in this game. So the top of the order getting it done. That's going to be at 36. And that's going to be a wild pitch. Hampton uncorks one. Throws that ball to the moon. That gets rid of the double play chance. Now the 1-0 pitch to Robbie, the runner in scoring position, and he takes full advantage of it, folks. That's going to be a double in the left field. And that's going to drive in a run. And that's going to tie this ball game up. Now you still got a runner down at second. And Barry Bonds is up. And you know what that means. A base is empty. They're not pitching to Barry. They're going to walk him, set up the double play chance with Willie Mays. And Mays is 1 for 2, and he did ground into a double play back in the first, a 6-4-3 double play. See if Hampton can get him to do it again. And that's exactly what happened. That's a doctor-ordered double play, 6-4-3, and that ends the inning. But the Giants score 1 and tie this ball game up. We go to the top of the 5th. It's 5-5. And you got Biggio, Bagwell, and Hidalgo due up here. And Biggio, he's 0 for 1. He walked back in the first. And that's going to be a fly ball out the maze for out number 1. Can Jeff Bagwell get something started here in the 5th? He's 1 for 2 with an RBI double. And that's going to be against the lefty. It's going to be an infield hit. So Jeff's aboard here with 1 out. And the go-ahead run down at first. And Richard is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out for out number 2. And here comes the Carlos boys. And Cora 2 for 2 with a double and a homer. Can he deliver here? Jeff's got good speed. A double probably scores him with 2 outs. But that's not what's going to happen. That's going to be a ground ball down the first. Yep, that's a ground ball back to the mound. And Ron fires over to Orlando. Now to win the inning. And the Astros leave 1. To the bottom of the 5th we go. You got Cepeda due up. Rick up and Matt. So here we go. Orlando 2 for 2. 2 doubles in this game, folks. And not this time. That's a ground ball down to Jeff. Takes it himself. Steps on the bag for out number 1. And you can see Houston's batting .202 with a .301 on base percentage. He's slugging .405 with a .706 OPS. And the Giants batting .280 with a .341 on base percentage, slugging .443 with a .784 OPS. And now you got 1 down, nobody on, and Rick's 1 for 2 with an RBI double. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. And that'll be out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the 5th. Matt Williams comes to the plate, and Matt's 0 for 2. He has struck out both times against Hampton. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right. That's a 1-2-3 5th. To the top of the 6th we go. You got Lee, Alex, and Gats due up. And Carlos is 0 for 1. Walked and came around the score his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And that's out number 1 here in the 6th inning. And can Alex get something started? He is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Willie. 2 quick outs here in the 6th. And Gats comes up. He's 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer his last time up. And that's going to be a 13. That's going to be a base hit down the 3rd. Matt makes the play, can't throw him out. Now, at the very least, that gets Mike out of the way here. And won't lead off the top of the 7th. Mike's 0 for 2. He reached on an error and came around the score back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a fly ball. Willie comes in, makes the catch. And Houston strands 1. We're still tied at 5 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. And the bottom part of the order is due up here for the Giants. Pence, and then probably a pitch hitter for Bryant, and then Posey. And you see San Francisco's upcoming schedule. One more game here with Houston. Then the Cardinals come to town for a 4-game series. Hunter 0 for 2, struck out twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short, over to first, out number 1. Like I say, that's going to be it for Ron. I'll have a pitch hitter for him as he goes 6 innings, gives up 5 runs and 7 hits. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here against Hampton. Let's see. And do we want to? I don't know about Jack Clark. Yeah, we'll bring Jack Clark in. One swing and a bat, Clark can give the Giants the lead here. So Jack Clark is going to come in the game here. Where's Jack at? Back Jack. Where in the hell is he? There's Jack. And Jack's batting .667 on the year with a homer and 1 RBI. Here's the pitch to him. And that ball is deep in the right field, but not deep enough. Hidalgo makes the catch near the track for out number 2. Now we go to the top of the order and Buster Posey. And Posey's a perfect 2 for 2. 2 singles, walked, and came around the score twice. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Hampton. He fires over to first. 1, 2, 3 goes the Giants. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. We got the top of the order due up. CC, Biggio, and Bagwell. So a bunch of righties coming up. Frank going to come out of the bullpen here. Yep, that's who's coming out of the bullpen. Frank's coming out of the pen. Lindsey's going to come out of the pen here. Try to keep this game tied. We'll have the top of the order to deal with. And this is Frank's 2nd appearance. No record and no ERA. Like I say, he's got CC, Biggio, and Bagwell. The killer bees coming up. And CC's 1 for 3 with a double in this game. And that's going to be a fly ball out the maze for out number 1. See if Biggio can get aboard here. Craig. He is over 2. He walked back in the first and flew out his other 2 times up, and that's going to be the 3rd fly out. This one's out the right field. He's hit the ball to every outfield position, left, center, and now right, and he's been out all 3 times. So it's up to Jeff Bagwell to keep this inning going. 2 for 3 with an RBI double in the game. Singled his last time up. That's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Over to first, 1, 2, 3 goes the Astros. We make it to the 7th inning stretch in a tie ball game. And Hampton's got the top of the order to deal with here in the bottom of the 7th. Posey, Thompson, and Bonds. And Robbie's 3 for 3 today. 2 doubles and an RBI. Here's the pitch to him. And they finally get him out. Maybe. Nope, that's going to be an infield hit. Oh, Robbie's up, not Posey. I thought it was Posey and then Robbie. Nope. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Robbie walks, and that brings the tying run down at first. And now you got Bonds, and we're not going to walk the go-ahead run in the scoring position. They're going to pitch to Bonds. He's 0 for 1. He is grounded out, and he's been intentionally walked the other 2 times up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Hampton wins that battle. Big out there by Hampton. Now Willie Mays, who has grounded into 2 double plays already. He's 1 for 3. Can they get him to ground into another one here, folks? And nope, that's going to be a pop-up. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. Hampton strikes him out. Back-to-back strikeouts after giving up the walk. And now you got Cepeda up. Orlando 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and an RBI. And that's going to be a 12 and an 8. And that's going to be a base hit. Line drive base hit in the left field. Robbie's going to stop at second. So first and second, 2 down. Can Hampton get out of this with nobody scoring? Rick Aguilera is up. Rick is 1 for 3. He doubled and doubled and drove in a run. Reached on there. He's been on base twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Let's see if he can make the play here. A 56 and an 8. Ain't looking good here. That's going to be fielding column 3. And they just might have screwed the pooch here and gave up the go-ahead run. That's going to be a single through short. Carlos can't come up with it. 1 runner scores. Other the third. S on first is out at third. And he's not. So it's going to be first and third. No error like I thought it was going to be. And it's a 6-5 ball game. Hampton gives up a 2 out. Single. And now Matt Williams is up. He's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and flown out. Can he add some insurance to this game? That's going to be a 8. And he sure does. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Lee makes the catch. Nice running catch out there. Saves another run. Tip of the cap to Lee. But the Giants score 1. We get to the top of the 8th. It's 6-5. San Fran. You got Hidalgo and the 2 Carlos boys due up. And that'll probably be it for Mike Hampton. And Richard is 0 for 3. He is grounded out twice and struck out. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Not what you want to see if you're the Giants. Frank hits him. And that brings it late, folks. And Carlos has already hit a homer in this game. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a homer. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a deep fly ball. Mays back near the track makes the catch for out number 1. And Carlos Lee comes to the plate now. And he's 0 for 2. Can he get something going here? And nope, that's going to be another fly ball. Not quite as deep. Makes the catch for out number 2. And it's up to Alex here. Alex is 0 for 3. He's grounded out, flown out, and struck out. And that's going to be against the lefty. Now a righty in there now. And that's going to be a 6. That's going to be a pop-up down the third. Matt Williams makes the catch. And the Astros strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 6-5 ball game. Let's see here. They got a righty, a pitch hitter, and a righty. So Ken's going to come win the game here for Hampton. Did we do a double switch or not? Did we take Alex out? I don't think we take Alex out in case they tie this game up. But they may take Lee out. That's what they're going to do. They're going to take Lee out of the game, bring in Berkman. He'll hit in the 9 spot, and Ken will hit in the Lee spot. So that's what we'll do here. So Hampton gives up the 6th run of the game. Now he's trailing. We'll do the old double switch here. That's why you got to love not having a stinking DH. Gives you something to think about. Yeah, the stinking Giants is right, Aaron. Exactly. So Ken's going to come in and bat in the 6th spot. And where's Lance? Lance is going to come in and bat in the 9 spot. And he is going to play left field. And we're ready to go here, folks. You've got Pence, a pitch hitter for Frank. And then back to the top of the order. Ken is his 4th appearance. No record with a 4.5 ERA. And now Hunter Pence is 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a fly ball out the right field for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Frank. And Rob Nen will be coming in the game trying to seal the deal here. Let's see who's going to come out of the dugout first as a pitch hit. So Rob's warming up in the bullpen. And against the righty. And I think, let's see here. I think Crawford's going to come out. He's going to pitch hit. He might even stay in the game for defensive purposes here. So Rob Nen's warming up in the bullpen. Crawford's coming out of the dugout. 1 out and nobody on for Crawford. And Crawford's batting .222, 3 homers and 6 RBIs. If I remember right, he hit all 3 of them homers in 1 game. And that's going to be a double in the right field. So Crawford delivers here a 1-out double. And the Giants got an insurance run down at second. And we'll check after he makes it down to second. I'm pretty sure all 3 of them homers came in 1 game, if my memory is correct. Yep, 3 homers against the Astros in the last game. Crawford likes his Houston pitching staff. Now you got Posey's up. Posey's 2 for 3. Can he deliver here with Crawford down at second? And that's going to be against the righty. 24 and a 9. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center. CC makes the catch. And Crawford's going to stay put. Doesn't he get the run out of third? A single scoring. Robbie Thompson's a perfect 3 for 3 today, folks. 2 doubles, an RBI. Here's the pitch to Robbie. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. Ken strikes him out. The Giants strand 2 to the top of the 9th we go. And like I say, Nen's going to come in the game, and they're going to bring Crawford in. Crawford's going to stay in the game for defensive purposes. Rick's going to come out. So, not the best possible double switch we've ever done. But he's going to come in and bat in the 6th spot. And then Rob comes in there. And Crawford will stay in the game and play short. And you got the bottom part of the order due up here. Gaddis, Berkman, Lance came in on the double switch, and then CC. And Gatz, don't forget, hit a 3-run homer back in the 4th. Can he deliver here? That's going to be a swing and a miss. Rob strikes him out. This is Rob's 3rd appearance, 1 save, no ERA. And Lance is up now, his first bat of the game after coming in on the double switch, batting .385 with a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be a 22. It's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Barry camps under it and makes the catch. 2 down here. And it's up to CC to get something going here in the top of the 9th. Houston down to the last out. CC double back in the, first. And that's going to be a ground ball. And the ball finally found him down to Crawford. They brought him in for defense. It pays off. He gets to it, fires over to Cepeda, and that's your ball game, folks. Giants win a close one, 6-5. Take a look here at the box score. And the Giants, 6 runs on 12 hits and an error. The Astros, 5 runs, 7 hits and 1 error. Bagwell and old Carlos with 2 hits. Gatz with 2 hits. Houston 1 for 5. Carlos Correa and Gatz both had homers. Houston left 5 men on base. How about Robbie Thompson, 3 for 4 today, along with Cepeda was 3 for 4, and Rick Aguilera, 2 for 4. The Giants were 4 for 13 with runners in scoring position, and they left 8 men on base. Hampton gets his 2nd loss of the year, goes 0-2, 7 innings, 11 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, walked 4, struck out 6. Ken Force comes in, has 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And Bryant gets a no decision. 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, only 4 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 3, gave up 2 home runs. Lindsey comes in. Frank gets his first win of the year, pitches 2 innings. And Rob Nen comes in, gets his 2nd save of the year, 1 inning and 1 strikeout. And now let's take a look here at the standings and leaderboard in the National League. The Braves are a game up on New York. Nationals 2 games back. Phillies 2.5 and the Marlins 3.5. And in the Central, the Brewers are a half a game up on the Pirates. St. Louis is a game back. The Cubbies a game and a half. Cincinnati is 2.5 games back. And with the loss, the Astros dropped to 3.5 games back on a 4-game losing streak. And the Giants are now on a 5-game winning streak. They're a game up on the Dodgers. The Diamondbacks and Padres are 2.5 games back. And Colorado is 3 games back. Got Jeff Bagwell now with the Houston Astros leading the National League with a 485 average. Bonds and Sammy with 7 homers. And Jeff Bagwell takes over the RBI lead with 14 RBIs on the year. And the ERA right now, everybody's at 0. And you got, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pitchers with 2 wins. And you got Suter and Tekulve with 3 saves on the year. Sammy's still leading in MVP voting. And Juan Marichal now is leading in the Cy Young vote. And the next game we'll have here on the channel will be the final game of this series. Take a look at who the pitching matchup will be. In this third game, it'll be Kyle going up against the freak Tim Lipscomb. Can Houston get a win here in San Fran or not? That'll be the question. I want to thank Aaron Reed, David, Ken Castro for joining us here. If you're new to the channel, folks, hit that subscribe button. It don't cost nothing. Hit that bell for reminders, and on your way out of the ballpark, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, y'all have a great day and take care.